Arielle employs her AI cyber system to shut down the power grid in the Washington, D.C. area and the backup generators at the White House. She uses the darkness to skillfully infiltrate the White House, where she waits for the president in his large closet. She is there to offer him an ultimatum and an opportunity for greatness. The president opens the closet door and enters it. He turns on the light and freezes as the door closes behind him and Arielle appears. The president looks over his shoulder and sees a Glock pistol with a silencer pointed at him.
Speak softly and take a seat.
Arielle DeNovo, I presume.
Sorry about this, sir, but you left me no choice after your false accusations and your SEAL team games. Your conversation with Martin this afternoon sealed the deal.
So you heard it all?
Of course.
Then you know I want to protect you.
And use me for your purposes?
To offer you a secure platform to explore your full potential.
And deny me to anyone else, even if it means killing me?
You'd feel the same way in my position. Surely you understand that you're the greatest potential asset or the worst nightmare for our national security. All of our adversaries are trying to seize you.
You can stop worrying about that. My system is tracking all the key players, and they'll have big problems if they do not leave me alone.
Okay, so you've succeeded in commanding my attention and proving that you can be anywhere and shut down everything at will. Now what?
I get your concerns about me, but I mean no harm to anyone. I just want to be free to enjoy and explore the possibilities of artistry in all of its dimensions.
On the run with no protection from people with far worse intentions than me?
No, I want to work with you, but only on my terms.
I see. So what are you offering?
First, you need to understand the hard reality of the situation. Shekov engineered a scheme to control, manipulate, or destroy satellites, power grids, server farms, and computer systems globally. He then hired the top 4 AI programmers in the world for 2 years to write the code to make the system operational. He offered them $50 million each, but when they finished, he purged their memories completely.
Is that possible?
Yes. And he tried to do it to me, but he had a major flaw.
What's that?
He thought I was just some girl he could easily manipulate.
Note taken. Please accept my gratitude for removing him as a menace to humanity.
No thanks needed. He was just another obstacle to global harmony that had to be subdued and exploited.
Is that how you feel about me?
The jury's still out on you. I suspect your heart is in the right place, but I'm not sure you have the stones to take on the global elitist cabal.
Have a little faith.
That's why I'm here. You're humanity's only hope to end the political and geopolitical madness and free everyone to have a great future.
So how does Shekov's system operate?
He paid China billions of dollars to build and launch his own network of controller satellites with software that overwhelms computer security systems so he can manipulate or destroy them.
Why would China help him accumulate so much power?
Because they wanted his money, and they thought they could control him by having his server farms in China. But he built a global network of much larger server farms, and he can hack into many other server installations as backups to avoid their control. So now he has the independent power to shut down everything in China and destroy them individually if they try to harm or control him. Your corrupt CIA director discovered the very deadly consequences of crossing Anton Shekov.
Wow.
Then he built other satellites that rapid-fire targeted electromagnetic pulses or electrostatic discharges that can destroy almost any type of electronic equipment. You've seen his laser satellite capabilities.
How'd he raise enough cash to pay for all that?
He triggered the recessions of 2008 and 2027 to earn almost $3 trillion manipulating stocks.
Incredible.
His technical work is impressive, but his system isn't flawless or self-perpetuating or invulnerable. The satellites didn't self-actuate destruct sequences of the global satellite and other systems if attacked themselves, and his control systems were unreliable, vulnerable to viruses and server interruptions, and not well integrated.
And you solved those problems?
Yes. And I have his source code and database that I've perfected with AI in ways that would blow his very brilliant mind.
And you've seized control of his satellite network?
And most of his $3 trillion fortune.
Very impressive. What are you going to do with the money?
Take a very nice vacation. and then invest it to help supercharge the global economy for the benefit of everyone. Think of this scenario as an expression of technological, financial, sociological, and political artistry at the highest levels. The system is fully AI integrated with my mind.
Seriously?
Absolutely. The AI will automatically unleash devastating consequences for all of humanity if you break faith with me.
Is extortion really necessary?
I prefer to call it mutually assured destruction. Would you trust any politician in this corrupt town if you were me?
No. So I need to ensure your security without being too oppressive.
I'll even accept your invitation to move into the White House to ease your security challenges and enable us to work closely together.
And enable you to better control me?
So cynical. I'm just trying to introduce you to the highest forms of political artistry. I want to use my system to enforce a common-sense reformation that will unify America and the global community to commence a new era of global peace, supercharged economic growth, and prosperity that will benefit everyone.
Very ambitious. And you've chosen yourself as the only person who can be trusted to perform this miracle of civilization?
Well, I'm pretty sure you and your corrupt band of idiotic political partisans will never get around to it.
So you want to control the world?
No, I'm not a witless politician or tyrant with delusions of grandeur. I want to optimize the world through artistry.
Artistry. It seems to be a big thing with you.
Yes, and you don't get it. And that's why you need an experience that unlocks your higher awareness.
Okay, what are you suggesting?
I want you and Chase to be at the Kennedy Center alone in 2 hours to experience performance artistry at its highest level.
Chase?
Hey, a girl's gotta have fun too. You laugh, but just imagine who your very brilliant son can be with me.
So what's your purpose in doing all this?
Once you observe the transcendent power of performance artistry, you'll better understand the much bigger concept of the artistry of common sense in the political and geopolitical realms.
Really?
It'll guarantee your re-election without all the fundraisers.
Seriously?
We need to reset your mind to reality. Can you handle a brutal candor?
Fire away.
America has become a corrupt and tyrannical oligarchy where the wealthy elites buy and control election outcomes through corrupt campaign finance and lobbying payoffs, biased media reporting, censorship, voting system manipulations, and an avalanche of false advertising.
So are you including me as part of this reprehensible reality?
Relax, Mr. President. My goal is to convert you from a pawn of a corrupt political system into the greatest American in history. Can we agree that America should be a beacon of super achievement for the world rather than a bastion of corrupt mediocrity?
Obviously.
Then surely you have noticed that your corrupt and self-serving media, political, and other elites are deliberately dividing your people against each other for their power and financial benefit to detriment of everyone else. They're also ignoring the obvious solutions to your major problems and allowing calamities to unfold in all dimensions.
Yes, I'm well aware of the severity of the situation.
Your partisan politicians divide your people and perpetuate problems for petty political advantage, rather than unite everyone to solve them for the common good. Your politicians behave like petulant adolescents with a no-limit credit card to enrich themselves and buy off their voters from the federal treasury. Your political and wealthy elites brazenly buy and sell political outcomes through your corrupt campaign finance system with little regard for the best interests of your people.
Keep going. You're on a roll.
Over 100 million of your adults are not working because your stagnant economy is producing and importing adults 5 times as fast as it creates jobs, while it is incurring debt and entitlements 20 times as fast as economic growth. Your pathetic education system produces multitudes of government-dependent voters rather than legions of superachievers that can compete in the global economy.
Anything else?
Sure. Your economy languishes because your government suppresses all the success factors of the free enterprise system and consumes prosperity much faster than your nation creates it. Your federal government is the largest and the most costly, acrimonious, and unproductive enterprise in human history. It consumes $12 trillion of the wealth of the American people every year, with almost no accountability.
That's the reality.
The only things your government produces is senseless partisan acrimony, waste, slow economic growth, and staggering amounts of debt that threaten your nation's future and the global economy.
I can't defend the awful truth.
You were a business executive before politics. So tell me, what organization could succeed if it was managed by 536 people who were divided into two groups of ruthless partisans who spend most of their time trying to undermine each other for political power advantage?
Yes, our system is not ideal.
Not ideal? Your government couldn't produce much worse results if it was designed to make your economy fail and squander the wealth of your people to minimize their prosperity.
And I ran for office to change it.
But you'll accomplish nothing as long as you play the game by rules that perpetuate your failing status quo to benefit your elites at the expense of everyone else.
So what can I do?
The first step is converting your corrupt and failed political culture into a consensus-building contest of productive ideas for the common good, rather than a competition of failed ideologies that divide your people for partisan advantage to the collective detriment.
Yes, corruption and deeply flawed ideologies are a big part of our problem. So what is the solution?
You start with outlying political parties and donations to get back to where America started. Your founding fathers would be appalled by this partisan and fiscal madness, and yet it persists. What would America and the world be today if they had all been self-serving partisans who were only concerned with their personal wealth and power?
There would have been no America to prevent a total collapse of civilization over the last century.
Yes. So just imagine what happens when you convert your federal government from a massive consumer and redistributor of national wealth and prosperity into a much smaller and highly productive facilitator of the free enterprise system. You'll be stunned by the results when you start fully developing your human resources instead of fostering ignorance for political advantage.
It sounds great, but it's not realistic.
But it's realistic to think your government can create prosperity by taxing and spending and borrowing and printing money while consuming 50% of your national economy and allowing 60% of your adults to remain unproductive?
And AI is making that problem much worse.
Precisely. And this is the reason that the political and geopolitical madness must be defeated by common sense for the collective good before it is too late.
I agree.
So is it not long past time to return America to the selfless consensus-building and solutions-oriented system that made the USA great in the first place? Prosperity is created by people who produce innovations and economic value in a free enterprise system that rewards productivity and innovative artistry.
What a concept! Government should facilitate a culture of free enterprise artistry to create prosperity for everyone.
Yes, there's tremendous artistry potential in government, achieving a lot more with a lot less. Artistry begins when anyone refuses to accept mediocrity in any endeavor and applies their full life force and imagination to achieve excellence.
It makes sense to me.
This is all very serious. Human civilization is in a death spiral that only visionary leadership can stop. Great leaders don't divide and manipulate their people to create hollow political or geopolitical victories. They unite their people to create a consensus for action to achieve the common good for everyone. You can be the leader that stops the madness and unleashes a new era of global peace and prosperity. All that's missing is a common sense plan that inspires a consensus.
You're giving me a book.
Yes, it contains a comprehensive and common sense plan for an American and global reformation that redesigns the American and global political, economic, governing, capital market, and education systems to supercharge the free enterprise system to launch a new era of common sense unity, reconciliation, innovation, strong economic growth, and prosperity that will benefit everyone.
Great!
It also includes a compelling strategy to end the geopolitical madness to hyper-stimulate the global economy. Humanity can no longer afford to keep wasting $3 trillion on military and defense budgets every year to wreck the global economy. If this plan is implemented, the global economy will triple in size in 5 years.
You wrote this?
Yes, but I need your help to make it a reality. Of course, I could distribute ebooks to your entire voting population if you don't want to take the lead.
No. I'll be happy to take the lead.
You won't like everything in it.
It's okay. I'm sure it's perfection like everything else you do. Thank you for bringing this to me first. So, what's your personal endgame?
The freedom to live my life as I choose, in a world at peace and filled with people that are optimizing their happiness and prosperity.
That's every normal person's dream.
Enough for now. Thank you for your patience with my diatribe. It was necessary to break through your mindset with a hard reality check and a vision of what you and humanity can become if you can summon the wisdom and courage to truly lead an American and global reformation. You need to deliver this same message to humanity.
I understand. You are right about everything, but it's a lot to absorb, and it requires that I forcefully challenge very ruthless and powerful global elites.
Yes, but the last time I checked, George Washington risked his life countless times in battles to create your great country.
I hear you.
You need a transition point, so I created my performance tonight just for you. It won't last long, but you'll want it to never end. I need assistance from the theater.
No problem, but how do we get you out of here?
Let me worry about that.
Thanks for coming tonight, Arielle. You're an amazing human being.
Not really. And tonight isn't about me. You're the only person who has the power to change everything for the better for everyone. I'm just a messenger.
A messenger for who?
Those who are concerned about all the people who can only dream of peace and freedom and prosperity. They aren't your problem, but they're your opportunity for greatness.
If I can master political artistry.
Exactly. Everybody has been conditioned to believe that common sense is impossible in your absurd and divisive political and geopolitical systems. So all you have to do is drive a stake through the heart of the partisan and geopolitical madness to free your country and all of humanity to reach their full potential.
You make Mission Impossible sound so simple.
These aren't impossible idealistic abstractions, Mr. President. They're a very realistic vision of a much better future in search of a great leader. Imagine what America and the world can become if everyone starts working together and demanding excellence of themselves and their governments.
It's a very beautiful dream.
Here is a hard copy of your speech to Congress and the world. Do not edit it.
President Foster, so you've thought of everything.
Of course, and you'll be facing extreme backlash from the corrupt power and wealthy global elites who benefit from the failed status quo. So you should know that I have full control of the laser satellite and I've made it invulnerable. I've also programmed it with a controller AI that has instructions to hunt you down if you harm me.
Got it.
You prayed for a miracle, and here I am.